How you guys doing? It's Sunday, June 29th. Actually, let me close my bathroom door. But as I was saying, it is Sunday, June 29th. It's currently 9 p.m. Well, 9:22 p.m. The timing in which I make my videos just solely depends on when I feel best. I usually kind of like decide at first. My goal is to like just wait till the end of the day, so I can get clear, concise thoughts on like my day or yesterday, and kind of combine those into a good well structured video. I actually started adding notes and shit, because so if you ever see me look to the left, it's me looking at my notes and probably just trying to figure out like how I can bridge properly through the through my thoughts. But today was a good day. I got to see one of my friends. I didn't really do much otherwise. I kind of just been spending more time by myself and just trying to stay consistent, which is probably what I'm about to get into. But yeah, just kind of stay consistent with my scheduling, or not even scheduling, but just make sure that I'm doing like certain things every day. Like I'm trying to get a video. I'm trying to get a video out every day. It's kind of more difficult because I have to spend some time editing and shit. But I've been trying to get a video out every day. I've been trying to do 2 TikTok videos, for my music on that page, and then 2 TikToks on my main page, and then I think I'm forgetting something. I'm not sure what. And then and then 2 TikToks on another page that I have just for personality and just so people know that I'm just more than a face and shit like that. But yeah, so I've been trying to get that out and like stay consistent to that. Like I try to do that every day. Now yesterday I didn't get a video yesterday, but I have been trying to just video either in the morning when I wake up, if I feel like it's best I make it then, or wake up TikToks, or obviously after I do everything else, but wake up TikToks, video, and then whatever else I have to do. Boom. That's been my goal. That's what I've been trying to like stick to, make sure that I can get that in order, because I feel like me personally, like, and probably a lot of people, maybe even you, I feel like a lot of people deal with hold on, let me move this back a little bit. A lot of people deal with the problem of kind of like not knowing what keeps them consistent, and it's different for everybody. I mean, it's different for me, but it's like, for me, it is more self-discipline that keeps me consistent rather than motivation, because there are a lot of days where I'm just not motivated. The discipline is what I want to like introduce into my schedule, and just being disciplined in doing those things, so it doesn't feel like tasks to me, like so it doesn't have to be days where I'm motivated to make video, or I'm motivated to wake up and do this, or I'm motivated to wake up and do that. It's simply just I want it to be well structured and just ingrained into my brain that okay, you wake up, you do this, you do that, that's how I want it to be. But for the longest, I believe that I just needed to be motivated, like I needed something to motivate me. But a lot of the days you don't have that, and I think a lot of people tend to forget that you're not gonna always have something that's consciously motivating you. There are gonna be bad days where you don't feel like doing anything, but that self-discipline is what gets you up and makes you want to do those things. Yeah, so like that's kind of been one of the main things I've been focusing on, just making sure that I remind myself that I need to be disciplined in the things that I do, so I stay consistent in them. The motivation will help me, but the self-discipline is will make me do it. It will, on those days where I don't feel like doing anything, the self-discipline will make me get up. It's kind of like when you fucking have to wait, when I don't even know like my age range and the people that watch the videos, but it's kind of like when you're a kid and you have to get up and go to school and shit, and you have to like sit at the edge of your bed for a minute, and you're just like, damn, I gotta go to school today. I mean, shit, even as an adult, I do this. Like, I'm like, damn, I gotta go to work today. Fuck, I just sat at the edge of my bed for a minute, and I'm like, okay, I have to do it. I have to get up. When I'm realizing now, as I've grown, that I need to establish a schedule, or at least have the self-discipline to follow certain 1, 2, 3 things, whatever, every day, because at least I won't feel like I'm not doing anything if I can do those things. So yeah, that's one of the main things I've been focusing on. I want to bridge into something else. I struggle with like down talking myself and not giving myself like the confidence. Like I need to, sometimes I allow my thoughts to align with me, and I have to remind myself like, bro, you're not your thoughts. You are not what you think. Like, I don't know how to I don't know how to explain that in full detail, but it's like those thoughts that you hear in the back of your brain that are saying negative things to you, or just shit like that isn't your thoughts. Like, they aren't actually yours. They're just there. So sometimes I have to remind myself that, like, sometimes you can be your worst enemy, and you need to introduce like positive self-talk to negate and remove those to negate and remove the negative thoughts. You need to just, even if it's just you talking into the mirror, or you talking to yourself, or doing what I'm doing right now. Like, this is an idea to me. This is helping me change my inner dialogue and allowing me to look at things differently in different situations when I'm not in front of the camera. It allows me to change what I think subconsciously. I watch my own videos back. I look back at what I say, and it's like, even as I'm editing them, it's basically getting ingrained into my consciousness or my subconsciousness. So it's like, you need to just avoid speaking negatively about yourself. If you can go 3 days without speaking negatively towards yourself or anyone else, bro, just watch how things change. It is that simple. If you can just go 3 days speaking positively and saying nothing negative about yourself or anyone else, watch how things change. It's so simple. Actually, no, it's not simple. I'm not going to say it's easy, but the idea is simple. And once you do it, like, you will actually start to see your life change. I don't know. I've done it before. There are obviously, like, I'm not perfect. There are days where I speak negatively about myself. There are days where I speak negatively about others. You know, I'm human. We're all human. We all make mistakes. We all say things that sometimes we don't even mean. So yeah, I just want to say that, like, it is definitely useful to just go a couple days with this, trying your best to limit how negative you speak of other people or yourself. Use those affirmations. They will help you. In the moment, you'll be like, why am I doing this? Why am I doing this? You'll probably think other people are judging you for doing it. If you live in a house with other people and they hear, you'll be like, damn, like, I don't want anyone to hear me doing this. I'm talking to myself. But it's literally, like, to me, it is one of the most helpful things you can do, in a way that you change the way you think subconsciously. You don't even know it. And I think that's genuinely really helpful for me. So I kind of struggle with that for the longest. I kind of still do struggle with it. There are times where I speak negatively of myself and I reinforce negative thoughts, and I don't intend to keep things that way. So I've introduced, like, positive affirmations and speaking to myself in this way, and, you know, just reminding myself that I am not my thought. It's really helpful to me. So, you know, everybody's different. You might have a better way of doing it. Some people even, like, record their own affirmations and just listen back to them instead of having to say them, because it works the same way. You don't have to speak it out loud. Well, if to do that, you would have to speak it out loud, but you don't have to, like, wake up and speak it to yourself every day. If you just record it and then play it back to yourself. So I think that's a good way to, you know, introduce positive thought and to remove some form of negativity in your life. I want to talk about embracing discomfort. When I first started this, I was actually kind of, like, scared of how people would perceive me for simply just doing something that I love, which is crazy, because it's like, bro, I've been journaling for the longest, but, you know, usually most people, in reference to journals, we kind of keep that, hold on, let me fix my mic. Yeah, we kind of keep journals, like, specific to, we keep them specific to our, we keep them to ourselves. We don't really, like, usually when you're speaking about journals, they are usually kept to yourself. You don't show anyone your journal. You don't expect anyone to go through your journal, because you're speaking of personal experiences, but you don't want other people to hear. But what I've realized is you have to be okay with being hurt. And sometimes it's just a little scary, like, expecting people to understand or be okay with your idea of things, or even then, like, sorry, I'm trying to get the words. It is hard for you to do new things without being afraid of judgment. A lot of people deal with it. I deal with it, which is why I'm speaking of it, but I deal with it a lot, even when it comes to, like, anything that I do in relation to just social media, or even in real life. Sometimes, like, I'm scared to do shit. I see my friends do it. I'm like, I'm laughing at them in a sense that, like, bro, I don't know how you have so much faith in, like, or how you're okay with doing certain things. What I'm starting to realize is we need to learn to embrace the discomfort, and we need to learn to be okay with doing the things we love without worrying about how other people will perceive you. Because once you start doing things for yourself, you just naturally get more confident. You shouldn't care or worry about how you'll be interpreted, because it just simply doesn't matter. It literally does not matter. What's good is subjective, and what's bad is also subjective, because everybody lives different lives. We all have different experiences. So once you start getting uncomfortable and you start doing things that you've never done before, you'll start to realize, like, you'll start to find yourself in a way. Sometimes you have to get uncomfortable to really see what, like, to really see what you like. Staying in your comfort zone will kind of just like doom you to being stuck in certain ways. You don't want to be like that. You want to learn and grow and escape those things that you think are like, sorry, I'm trying to get this right, but yeah, you want to grow and escape those limiting beliefs that you've established off of the basis of what you think other people will think. You want to do that to escape those ideas. I'm not saying that it's easy. It is definitely hard for me to get on here and record and post, but it's becoming easier as I've done it. And I'm starting to see that there are people that also enjoy my videos, and there are people that also agree with certain things that I'm saying. So it's a learning process, and you just have to learn to just be okay. Like, just press post and be okay with what and who or whoever interacts with it. Anything. You could post a video today right now and become famous the next day, just simply off that. Embrace who you are. If you love yourself enough, which may be a cause, like it may be a part of why you're not, I said cause. It may be a cause, it may be a reason of why, that may be the reason why you're not comfortable with posting. And loving yourself is not easy. So I'm not gonna really dive into that, but just press post. Be okay with whatever you will or won't get from what you do, and embrace the discomfort. Like, use that as like excitement. It's like when I post, I'm like, bro, this video could either go this way or it could go that way, or like, you know, maybe no one will see it, or maybe a lot of people will see it, or maybe it'll blow up and it'll make my channel, or maybe it won't go anywhere, and you know, just the people I want to see it will see it. So it's like, the way I look at it, you could be scared and not post it and miss out on an opportunity, or you could post it and possibly get an opportunity, or it may go nowhere, and then you don't lose anything. But it might even give someone else something to look back on when you do go somewhere off of something you post. It's okay. Hit that post button. Embrace the discomfort. Be comfortable with whatever comes from you sharing what you love. Share what you love. Embrace it. Sometimes people love what you love. Sometimes people experience what you experience. Sometimes you may have much more in common with people than you think. And if you're scared to share it, you'll never know. You'll have to live with that just unknown forever. When you talk to older people, I'm only 19, but when you talk to older people, they will speak about how, like, they wish they would have done this, or they wish they would have done that. And it's like, they will never know to this day what would have happened if they did do what they're talking about. So what I would like to say is, do what you love. Don't do what you think other people will love. Do what you love, because you will never feel bad, or you will never feel scared, or you will never feel discomfort in doing the things that you love. It's crazy, because it's like, when I first started this, like, me recording for 20 minutes felt like a decade, but I'm damn near 20 minutes in, and it just felt like 5 minutes, which is crazy. I hope you guys are doing well. And I intend to see you tomorrow, but it may be the day after that. Yeah, bye.